Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, definitely, man. Something sticks out to me when I listen to like several of your projects, but your snare sound is like it's very unique.
Oh, thank you, man.
It's killer, dude.
That's always been like a major focus of mine. I feel like the snare drum is the foundation of the drum set, basically, and not so much anymore. But there was a point in time where I had a mindset that if the snare was trash, it totally would just fucking ruin the whole band for me too.
Really?
Yeah, it was stupid back in my like more or less like elitist brutal death metal days when all I wanted to hear was just straight ping. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's killer though. It's like I said, I'm a sort of a drummer, but little things stick out. I think that would be one of them to where people would be like, "Oh man, you definitely put the work in to get it that way."
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Absolutely, man.
Right. You're always chasing it, trying to get it just right.
Yep. And when you have that sound, like people fucking automatically know that it's you just from like that, like that certain whatever.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So man, I was thinking about something. I was playing your shit earlier. Um so we I've told you this before possibly, but so we knew Chris, um Shitlife,
Mhm.
your vocalist and bandmate. And he was in Claudius, who I think was the band that he was in before you guys did. Does that sound right?
Yeah, he was in a band called Claudius. He had another band. They might even have been the same band at some point and maybe changed the name from one to the other. It was called Gaius Achilles.
Okay.
And
Yep.
then he played for the Vala for a little bit too. And then like after that is when him and Matt Martin and I started a black metal band called Enochian, and then from there, like me and Chris just started doing Shitlife.
Yeah. I was telling Sean, like, oh, go ahead, Sean.
Oh, when we did the one and only Enochian show, or no, that was at Modern Exchange, I think. I want to say I could be wrong though. Mhm. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah, that was like a first time thing for me. Like actually doing vocals and playing at the same time, but really just doing vocals in any sort of more than just like a backup sort of way. Like I've helped out in recording and shit like that, like doing gang vocals and shit like that, but I've never until Shit Life had any sort of like spotlight or whatever on what I do. So it was I didn't really know what I was doing just kind of was just going with it, and then we just sort of figured it out along the way. When we started getting faster and shit, I found it harder to like pay attention to what I was doing vocally, and then that's why Chris just pretty much started taking over doing the vocals full time.
That was going to be my question. How you can play at the caliber you play and then still be able to carry on some of that? Because I'm like, man, it's not like you're, Phil Collins behind the drum set playing in the air
Yeah,
tonight,
the older stuff, it was, I mean, it was still taxing, but like once, obviously, like once we had been playing together for a few years, like things got tighter, we got faster, the writing got a little more involved and shit. It was more than just like um a fucking minute and a half or less of two riffs or whatever, and it just became like just a little too much to focus on. It was like, well, I can either like play this faster or I can like kind of dumb it down a little bit and try to focus on what I'm doing vocally. And I always kind of felt like Chris did a better job than me as a vocalist anyway. So like it was a pretty easy choice for me to just be like, I'll just not do this anymore and just worry about playing faster.
yeah, I could see, especially maybe if you're just doing like, if you're adding in like a low over a high or something like that,
Yeah.
still contribute that way or something. But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the rack we played a lot of rack and roll shows with you. You probably don't remember all of them, but I remember I told Sean, I'm like, your guys' fan base was very intimidating. Like I remember like they were there to see your band and it was like you could feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like they dressed a certain way. Like I don't know if they wore camo or like does this sound familiar at all? Like I feel like I remember.
I know, like a lot of us, we all wore the like fucking camouflage cargo shorts, cargo pants,
Yeah,
that
I
kind of
think
shit.
that's
That's
yeah.
the
That's
basic
awesome.
fucking metal guy fucking dress up
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that's dude, that's cool. Yeah. I miss rack and roll, man.
I do too. That was a cool spot. I really miss Modern Exchange too, man.
Yeah.
Like we've had a few really cool venues in the Downriver area, and sadly they just didn't fucking last. Rack and Roll, or not Rack and Roll, but the Rockery. That was another
Oh
cool
yeah.
one. I really miss that place.
Yep.
But now we have Parts and Labor though. That's Justin from the Rockery.
Yeah.
That's his new spot. That's been doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Justin's always been really cool, man. Big supporter of the local scene too.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel bad. I've yet to get to Parts and Labor. I've not seen the place and I haven't seen him in a long time, but I need to make it out there for sure.
it's really cool, man. It's a lot like the Rockery, except it's like longer. There's a little more space in that regard. But like the stage setup is kind of the same. Um, Actually, there wasn't a stage at the Rockery, so there's a tiny stage at Parts and Labor, so it's a little different. But that bicycle is it's still in the back, like show area.
Really?
Um, yeah, and yeah, it's pretty much still the same as like how it was at the Rockery. They got all the awesome beers, the good food, and then
Yeah.
of course, like Justin hosts a plethora of different type of music there and shit. I know they do like a jazz night on like Tuesdays, I think it is, or something like that, and then they do like karaoke, open mic shit on Fridays and stuff like that. I think.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Diva Cup. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's still doing good, man. Still supporting the scene and trying to help out where he can with everything. And I appreciate that guy, man. Every band that I've been in pretty much since post Dahlia, he gave mad opportunities to, as far as like any of the bigger touring bands that would be coming through. Um, just shit like that, or if I told him I had something in the works, and he had something that was coming through, he's like, hey man, I got a band that's coming through. I feel like you guys would probably be a good match for the show or whatever. So
Yep.
I got mad love for that guy. He's always been cool.
Yeah, it's hard to find too. Like I don't know if I'm sure at some point in your career playing out, you've had a promoter that things don't always go as smooth, and I've never had that with him. He's always been straightforward. You didn't have to worry about,
Yeah.
there was no, distrust ever, you
Yeah,
know.
he didn't fuck around. I remember there was one time Maruda came through and played, and he paid him with a check, and I think it might have bounced.
No,
And it was like a few months after that. Justin was like, man, like I feel really bad about that. Like, you still like talk to Mitch or any of those guys? Like, I want to fucking like I want to send them money, like I want to make it right and shit. So I thought that was really cool because
right.
most
Still
people
on
in
his
that
mind.
situation, they'd just be like, oh well, the check bounced. These guys can't fucking do anything about it, so fuck them.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, when you know what the struggle's like when you're, going from town to town,
Yeah, definitely.
that's the last thing you want. Yeah, it's crazy. I still go by like the Rack and Roll and the Modern Exchange. Well, the Modern Exchange is kind of making a comeback. Maybe not shows at the venue itself, but I don't know if you've seen any of that where they're doing like this. I think they just did a festival or it's coming up. Did you see
I,
that?
I I did hear a while ago that they were gonna start like doing shows or something to that extent again, but that was a while ago, and I'd never really heard much about it after that, and I didn't really follow up on it or anything.
Yeah, they
Is
were
it
they,
is it still like the same guy that owns it? Doug, I think his name was, or
I
something like
don't think
that.
so.
Okay.
I don't think it is. I don't know who owns it now. I just know that there's some people I don't know if you remember like like Jake O'Shaughnessy from like
Uh,
he the Deceiver,
yes,
Dweller.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so his band, he's in a band called Escalation of Force.
Okay, yeah.
Uh and they were supposed to play that show. They ended up having to drop it, but it was just in the past couple weeks. It was like a 10 band festival, but it wasn't at the Modern. It was like somewhere nearby at like a outside pavilion or something.
Oh, okay.
So
Very nice.
I believe that they are trying to do something, but I don't know. It's probably hard. You think about how close some of those houses were to like,
Yeah,
you
and then
know,
some of the dickhead kids that would
yeah,
fucking leave
ruined it
trash
for
and fucking old blown out blow up dolls in their fucking lawns and shit. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I'm sure
I
that
mean, I
didn't
I
help.
was definitely no saint out in that parking lot, but I didn't go and like fuck anybody's shit up out there. You know what I mean? I always tried to
Yeah, me neither.
be that, at least that much respectful about the space and shit.
Yep. Yep, for
Because I,
sure.
I I loved going there for shows. I loved playing there, and it was like fucking the only spot that we had around these parts that actually like did cool shit like that. So it was
Yeah.
definitely sad to like see it go.
Yeah, it was nice to build it was like a little circuit within a 10-mile radius or something compared to trying to, well, you play like you're driving to Token Lounge or you're driving to Harpo's or,
Hmm.
uh, and the towns itself maybe aren't the most desirable in some areas. Harpo's was always, you might get your car stolen or something.
Yeah, yeah, dude. It's funny. Like I started going to shows there when I was like 14, I think, and almost everybody I know like has had some kind of an incident there, and like I've never had anything happen. Not trying to
Yeah,
jinx myself or anything, but like anytime, like my car's never been broken into. I've never like had any kind of fucking run-ins with anybody out there or anything. It's always just been like whatever, you know. Um,
yeah.
but
I think same for
goddamn,
me,
everybody
man.
else I know, man, like I know people that have been mugged. I know people that got their fucking cars broken into, stolen. I know like some people have even fucking gotten killed outside of that place, inside of that place.
Yeah,
A lot of crazy history in that area.
yeah. I mean, and that's the bittersweet thing of it, just because you think about like how long they've been having music pump through there,
Hmm.
the IROC also, you know, just from probably what, like early mid 70s on, like, so it is cool to still see it. Like, I think that guy that owns it now is trying, you know. Matter of fact, I
Yeah,
think maybe tonight or coming up, I think Hatebreed's playing there or something.
yeah, I think that is tonight actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I went there. I think it's probably been like 2 or 3 years now. I went there to go see like it was like Sepultura, Crowbar, Sacred Reich, and someone else that I'm forgetting right now. And that was like the first like big show that I'd gone to there, and fuck, I don't know. I probably a 3 4 years before that, maybe I don't know. And
Yeah.
it was cool to like actually like go there to see a show and like see the place filled up like it used to be back when I was a kid and shit. And
Yeah. Kind of take it
um
all in.
yeah, yeah, and you don't really see that that much anymore there. The shows that they have there, they're not really like metal shows or anything like they
Yeah.
used to do. They have a lot of hip hop stuff, and I mean, like I get it, Roosevelt's got to keep the doors open and shit.
Hmm.
But it would be cool to kind of see. I know a lot of people around here fucking hate that place too, and I get it, but like some of the best shows I've ever seen in my life were at that place. Like
Me too.
from the time I was like 14 up until I don't know into my 20s or so, like I was at that place damn near every weekend. Sometimes fucking like Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yep.
Um, it sucks there, but yeah, like there's just that's just one of them things. It's a small price to pay to have so many good experiences there, I suppose. I just hope that, like I said, that they kind of have a return to the glory days maybe and start having fucking death metal shows and shit there again. Like I remember the first death metal I ever saw was there. It was like Cannibal Corpse and Dimmu Borgir, Lamb of God, and The Haunted, like
Oh
2001,
yeah.
I think. It was like the fucking one and only day I skipped school and shit. Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen Machine
Yeah.
Head there quite a few times too, man. Um, Fucking
It was
Slipknot. I remember seeing Slipknot there a few times.
oh
Like I
yeah.
saw him in it was like 2000 or something like that. It was like not too long after the first album came out. They were like the opening act on the fuck tour was it? I don't know. It was like Cold Chamber and Machine Head, Amen, and fucking like El Nino or some shit like that maybe. And Slipknot played first, and then like a month later to the date, I think it was, they came back and they were headlining over fucking Biohazard. It was just
Oh
crazy, like crazy to see that like almost instantaneous, like overnight success for them. Just
yeah.
to see him playing first and then like fucking closing the place out. Everybody in the building there to fucking see him and shit.
Yeah, that is wild. I can't think of what it is, but I just seen a band recently that was headlining something and they were over a band that I was like, no way, 5 years ago they would have, which is awesome, you know. But yeah. Yeah, Harpo's is like you said, it's that nostalgic 17 years old, played shows before the doors even opened.
you
You
know,
know.
yeah, I remember those days, man. Fucking shelling
Yeah.
out money just to like get a better spot, which was never better. Like you're still playing to fucking almost nobody, and even the
Yeah.
people that are there, like they don't give a shit. They're
Yeah.
just there to see the big bands, not the 30 local bands that are playing before.
Right. Yep.
But yeah, that shit was fun. Uh, looking back at it now, not so much, but you don't know better when you're a kid. That's just, it comes with the territory of, you know, uh,
Yeah,
just kind of
just
finding your way in the music scene. And, I think
right.
everybody kind of has to go through that shit
Oh yeah.
at some point.
Just to tell people you were playing there. Like we're playing Harpos. People are like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Oh, I
Yeah.
see this little chat box thing over here. Okay.
So you so you did session work and like you went back to them at one point, right?
Yeah. So, at first, like, I was just a session member. Ken hit me up on MySpace asking to record the album with him. So I went and did that. And then, like, they had a couple of, like, I think they had like a tour lined up, which was like the first tour that they did in the UK. And they had a few one-off shows that I wasn't able to make. So they had like Andy Schroeder from Vehemence. He was playing drums for him for a little bit too. But yeah, originally I was just sessioning for him. And then um, like, I liked playing the music a lot. I got along with Ken really well. I liked everybody else in the band. Seemed mutual, so it just made sense to kind of just keep going with it. And um, so I did that tour with them, and then I ended up like fucking my wrist up or something when we were on break. We were in the UK for like 7 weeks, which is completely like just way too much time to be there. Like, you can literally drive from the top to the bottom of that country in like fucking 12 hours, dude. It's crazy. So like
No,
a 7 fucking week tour there is just like
grueling, huh?
why, dude? But so we did. I think we did like three or 4 weeks with Suicide Silence, and then we had a week off. We stayed with the guy that was driving us, and like we were all fucking cramped into this small bedroom. And I think I just might have like slept on my shit weird, because the first couple shows that we did, like, I started like losing feeling in my, it was like my left, yeah, it was my left wrist. Like, you ever like hit something with like a baseball bat, and you get like sort of like that
Yeah,
pins and
like
needles revert, like it felt like that when I was playing. Like, it felt like I wasn't holding a stick.
oh yeah.
So I had to fucking like go home early on that one. um and then like a few months later, they did a tour in the US with Dark Funeral, and the guy that they had playing for him, he wasn't really cutting it. So I went to Cleveland to go see them, because that was like the closest show to Detroit that they were doing. And Ken was just kind of joking around, like, dude, you should just like fucking come out with us and finish this tour. And I was like, well, I mean, I, I guess I could. I wasn't working, I wasn't really doing anything. So I talked to one of my friends to see if he could give me a ride out to fucking Illinois somewhere the next day. And yeah, I met up with him, didn't practice with him, and playing that first set with him on that tour was the first time I played with him in like well over 4 months. I think it was probably since that fucking UK tour. Um, but yeah, after that, I feel like I might have missed one. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I liked playing the music. I liked everybody in the band, so it just made sense to like kind of join. And that's kind of how that happened.
So what was that like? Like you're going to play these shows, you haven't really practiced with them. Like, did you feel like you had kind of prepared just by jamming their stuff or and just remembering what you remembered or
At that point, I don't even think I was like playing with anybody at the time. So like I was totally out of practice. Like I hadn't played drums in fucking forever, like other than just, like hitting the practice pad or whatever here and there.
right?
Um, but like as far as like I wasn't really nervous. I just kind of felt bad for Mike Wilson, who was like new to the band at the time, because like him and I had never jammed, but I had jammed with everybody else in the band before. So I kind of felt bad for him, because it was like a major trial by fire playing with somebody that you'd never fucking played with before, let alone just met the night before in front of a few hundred people.
Right. Yeah,
So
that is wild.
I wasn't nervous for me, but I just kind of felt bad for him, because it was like that just must have been weird. just trying to fucking gel with a completely new person in such a weird setting, you know.
Yeah.
But after the first like two shows, I think it was just
Right. Just
it just felt right, you know.
falls
There was
back into
no
place. Right.
exactly, yeah.
That's something I never really thought about. You talking about like with your wrist is like the some of the inhabitable situations you have to go through during tour, like
Yeah.
sleeping on a floor, no one assume everybody, I guess, I think assumes like, oh well, they had perfect rest the night before. It's like, no,
Mhm.
no, they
Oh yeah,
they
you
had
guys
a
sleep
half
in
hour of
nice
sleep.
hotels every night and all this shit. It's like, no,
Yeah,
if we get a hotel, like it's not nice. And we usually have to do a fucking paper, rock, scissors for who's fucking sharing the bed with who, you know what I mean?
right.
So yeah, the peeing into the bottle thing, that's just make sure you have a wide mouth bottle at all times, man. And if you don't, you just gotta learn the fucking the I don't know, it's like I don't really know what to call it. It's just a fucking
The
trick for
rules
the
of the
air to kind
road.
of get through when you're using a smaller mouth on the bottle. You kind of like pinch your dick head inside of the bottle, but like
You got to wedge it.
yeah, but like it's like just enough to where there's a little bit of air that comes back up through. Otherwise, like nothing's going in, and it'll just make a mess.
Right.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
The
Yeah.
people in the chat are like, we can't hear you. I've had my mic on, my mic off this whole time.
I know we heard you. I heard you talking about your
Uh,
big dick hole.
yep.
Maybe we heard you and they can't.
Exactly.
So
I was saved by the big dick hole. Cool.
yeah. Yeah, so Abigail Williams and Black Dahlia, I feel like for your catalog wise of music you've done are kind of like the most out of your what I would think is your wheelhouse as far as like what you're into. Is that possible to say?
I mean, like kind of. I'm a metalhead through and through, man. Like I get down with just about everything, really. But traditionally, yes, I was more of a like a brutal death metal, grindcore, black metal, just like the most extreme of the extreme type shit.
Yeah.
But I always have had like a soft spot for like the more melodic shit.
Yeah.
Like before I joined Black Dahlia, they were probably like my favorite fucking band, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I hate to like say that because like not just because it's like Black Dahlia or whatever. I I hate saying that like this is my favorite this is my favorite that because like I literally have a million favorites of like everything that you could have a favorite of.
That makes sense.
But yeah, like at that time I was really into them. I was really into like Shadows Fall
Yeah.
and like Unearth, like a lot of shit that had like the kind of Iron Maiden sort of like dual melodic riff kind of shit, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff going on. Um, but yeah, I mean, if it's heavy, dude, there's a pretty good chance that like I'm into it, or I can fucking at least like find something about it that I like, you know.
Yeah, that's cool.
But up until like the Black Dahlia Abigail things, yeah, Gut Rot and Mutilated, those were like my two. Those were like the two bands that like anybody kind of like found out about me from.
Yeah.
Um, Before that, I had a couple of bands. There was like a new metal band I played with in high school called No Fist. Fucking sounded like very much like the Deftones, but
No
like
shit.
in
That's cool.
no, not to make us sound cool. Like we were trying real hard to sound like the Deftones and like failing miserably, but you know. And then after that, I had a band called Cut Rate, and we were still in like the new metal-ish kind of family. It was like a Slipknot with a little more blast beat influence to it and shit. Like that. That's around the time that I first started getting into death metal, and I just wanted to play fast. Um, and at that time, like Slipknot was another one of my favorite bands. So I just tried to take the things that I loved about them and then like take Dying Fetus and Cryptopsy and all the crazy drum shit that I liked about all that and just try and throw that shit together.
Well,
Yeah.
you
We
definitely succeeded, dude.
oh, thank you. So
Fucking
we did one album, the cut rate we did, and after that, I think it was shortly after that is when I ended up meeting the Gut Rot guys and getting that started with them.
And you were with them. I had it on my. I was kind of looking at an outline of your, at least what the internet thinks is your career. You just told me several bands that are not listed in your stuff here. So I'm looking here now.
you know, Timmy, it's crazy you say Arsis because I was just talking about Arsis with Nat prior to the stream and saying like their
Oh
early,
yeah, right before you came on.
yeah, their I was saying their earlier material sounded a lot like Black Dahlia. But
Arsis was fucking sick, man.
yeah, I saw them. We played a bunch of shows with them at the Modern Exchange. I think at the time Arsis was playing, it was Grades of Valar and like Psyopus and
Yeah, remember that. Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of those were all good bands back then, man.
I remember
So,
the first time I ever fucking heard of Arsis. I saw them at Maryland Death Fest 2004, and like they were just a two piece. It was just the singer and the drummer dude that did the first album was a Celebration of Guilt, I think it's called.
yeah, yep, I think
Yeah,
so.
it was just those two, and it like it was cool, but like there was a lot missing. You know, obviously there it was just the one guitar player, so there wasn't the fucking the harmonies and all that shit. But like at the time, I didn't know that that was going on. Like my first experience of them was like literally just seeing them live. So like getting home after that and like getting to like listen to the record, I was like, fuck, these guys are sick. But like I don't remember them sounding this sick live.
yeah,
Man,
that's cool. That's crazy. Yeah, because now look at you see a lot of bands nowadays that are pulling off the, three piece or two piece. You get some backing tracks in there and you can sound like a full band, no problem.
Right? Yeah.
So
yeah,
Gut Rot '03, does that sound right?
Yeah, I like we technically started in like it was like towards the end of 2002, but like
Okay.
we put out the first demo in like 2003, and that's like basically when the band started gaining a little more notoriety and shit. And then was 2 or 3 months into 2004 we recorded our half of the split, and then like a few months after that is when I left to join Black Dahlia.
So how did that come about as far as you hooking up with those guys?
I used to be really good friends with Corey Grady, their original drummer.
Yeah.
We used to talk on fucking AIM Instant Messenger like all the time. And yeah, I don't know like why he continued to talk to me because I was literally just like a fucking like a fanboy. I got his screen name from I think it was like the Michigan hardcore forum or something or another. I
yeah,
can't remember. It was a long ass time ago, but like I got his screen name and like I hit him up and he actually answered. And I'm like, oh shit, you know.
Right.
hell yeah.
And we're going back and forth and stuff. And like for whatever reason, he thought I was cool enough to continue talking to. And then just from there, like anytime he was on and I was on, we would chat. He would send me music through Messenger. I know he sent me fucking Fetopsy, Dispartum. Um, Sent me Aeon, Bleeding the False, like shit like that. Just like through AIM Instant Messenger. I didn't know you could do that shit back then, but it would take
Right.
forever.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
got a lot of cool music through him like that. And then I think I sent him the Gut Rot demo through there like that. And then we ended up playing a show with them. Gut Rot played our first show at the Labyrinth, and it was like early 2004 sometime. And then do you guys remember a band called Kenshiro at all?
No, no.
I
Or
do.
like a local DIY venue in Detroit called Idle Kids.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yep.
So the singer of Kenshiro, Brian Ebert, he was, I think, Idle Kids was his spot, if I'm not mistaken. If not, like he had like a pretty big hand in it. Anyway, we played a show with Kenshiro the night before, and he was like, "Hey man, you guys are fucking sick. I got the show tomorrow. It's fucking Black Dahlia, Ion Dissonance, Circle of Dead Children, and Saprogenic."
Dude,
And
Oh
like
man.
I
he would like
missed
you guys to open,
I missed
and
that
like we're
show.
like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" So that was the first time that they had gotten to see me play, and I think that's kind of where the idea that if they ever needed a replacement drummer, that I would be the guy to hit up. And then like skip a few months down the road, I played with them again with my other band Mutilated at some death metal fest in, I want to say it was like Minnesota, and they were having problems with Corey around that time, and uh, Trevor pulled me to the side and was like, "Hey man, you know we're probably gonna be hitting you up here pretty soon. You know we're having some trouble with Corey, and you know we've been trying to work it out, and it's just it's not working." So I think it was like a month or two after that. Brian hit me up on Instant Messenger, and I think like a day or two later, I went and practiced with them, and fucking like 2 weeks later, I was going on my first tour.
Man.
That's crazy.
Well,
Yeah,
wasn't Idle Kids like in the back of the library or something like? Uh,
yeah. It was like a bookstore and a
yeah,
record store, and then the back area was like this fucking huge open space that they had shows in.
yeah. Like my friend Trevor and Eric, they went to go see Iron Dissonance there, and I remember at the time like I had the flu and I couldn't go, and they were like, they were like calling me. They're like they have a bathroom here if you have to shit. I'm like, dude, like I can't go, dude. Like I am like sick, but yeah, they were saying how awesome that show was.
Yeah, it was real cool, man. Especially like seeing like Ion Dissonance and Circle of Dead Children. At that time, like both of those bands were still like pretty fucking new to me. I think um, I found Ion Dissonance on like MP3.com or some shit like that. You guys remember that website at all?
MP3.com, man. That was an
So
awesome website.
yeah, dude, I found out about a lot of great bands from that shit. But
Yeah.
yeah, at that time, like they were all I knew about them is that they were just from fucking Canada, you know, and I didn't
Yeah.
know that they were like that they toured or like that they were on a label or fucking anything. And then like the next thing I know, my band's playing a show with them, and fucking Circle of Dead Children. That's another one I found out about on some like college radio station. That was basically like my doorway to extreme music.
Yeah, I
Um,
just jam them.
fucking yeah, dude. I really miss that band a lot.
Yep.
Joe had some of the fucking sickest vocals, man.
Yeah, dude, I tell everyone about that band now. I'm like, this new style of vocals, it's not new. Like people been
No, dude,
doing.
not by a long shot.
Uh,
Joe was doing a lot of that shit fucking back before anybody else even was thinking about that kind of stuff, you
yeah,
know.
Yep. Yeah, so the Trevor that he's talking about, Sean's talking about, it's funny you talk about fanboying with AIM, but he used to talk to Trevor from Black Dahlia, the same way. Like I think he got his AIM somehow, and that's probably how he ended up at that show, I imagine, because it was those early days, the early Black Dahlia days that he used to talk to him. They both their names Trevor, but
Yeah, that was I think that was like it was either right before Unhallowed came out or like it was like right after. Like the record was still brand new at the time, and like they were getting a lot of fucking like they were gaining a lot of steam and shit. So that show
Mhm.
was like fucking packed, man.
Yeah, it's funny how yeah, I don't know. I mean, do you think I feel like you probably were a big influence in the sound change with Black Dahlia. Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, a little bit. Like I know
They
like
were
there
kind
was
of like what would you call them like with before Unhallowed? They had a different style to them, you know.
oh yeah, they were like a straight up fucking prayer for cleansing ripoff, like
Yes.
metalcore, dude, with like some blast beats here and there, which was
Yeah.
awesome. Like I fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
But not like with I definitely got them sounding more death metal. They kind of ditched the whole metalcore thing when they did the was that What a Horrible Night to Have a Kurt? No, what was the EP?
Oh, I don't know the name of it. I know what you're talking about though.
there was that demo, where they sounded like Prayer for Cleansing. They had another demo after that where they started sounding more metal, and then there was the four it was like four songs, and they had the fucking Paint It Black cover on it. Why can't I fucking remember the name of it?
Yeah, I know too. I'm trying to look at the.
So we got a couple questions here from our comment section, and Tim wants to know: did you ever tour with Skeleton Witch?
No, never toured with Skeleton Witch, but um, on my first tour with Black Dahlia, we played Milwaukee Metal Fest, and Skeleton Witch was actually one of the bands that was playing earlier, and I think it was before they were signed to Prosthetic and shit. So, um, I got to see them like before I even really fucking knew who they were.
Oh, gotcha. I got one more. Uh, what do you feel? How do you feel about the current lineup of Black Dahlia Murder and the last album?
I think they're doing good, as probably about as good as they can for the unfortunate incident a few years ago.
Same.
But I mean, they've always had fucking like awesome musicians in the band. You know what I mean? So they're definitely killing it on that front. It's cool to still see them like fucking like out there doing shit, and like people still fucking give a shit about the band.
Yeah, I think.
And Alan, I love that kid. He's like probably one of my fucking favorite current drummers in metal today. I met him when he was like fucking 16. He was like playing for the Breathing Process. So it's been
Oh,
really cool to like see him, play in a band like that was like opening for fucking Abigail Williams, you know, 20 fucking years ago. Now he's in arguably one of the fucking biggest metal bands in the world,
right.
playing the biggest fests, fucking headlining, all the cool shit. So that's cool, man. I like seeing that a lot.
Oh yeah, somebody commented that was one of the demos. Buy us a van or something.
Yeah, yeah. That had like two or three songs on it that was like for Unhallowed, and that's when they started doing like the more metal sound. They
Yep.
ditched the breakdowns and all that shit, started growing their hair out. And
I imagine you and Trevor being able to click pretty good on brutal death metal and stuff.
dude, he was the big brother I never had. With hands down, he was like my favorite person to like talk to and hang out with in the band.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. He was big into the shitty underground death metal stuff that I was into. He showed me a lot of stuff, and vice versa. I showed him a lot of stuff that he didn't know about either. So that was cool. But yeah, man, like I always liked hanging out with him at his house because he just had like his whole bedroom wall was just like a fucking like a CD shelf, like a big ass CD shelf, and it was like just covered from the ceiling to the floor.
Nice.
I just remember
Yeah.
like going through that and like seeing CDs and shit that I had only ever seen in like the mail order catalogs and shit, you know.
Yeah.
And finally like getting to hear some of this shit because like some of it wasn't even on the internet. It was so, obscure and stuff like that. So like getting to hang out with him and just like talk about fucking stupid bands and stupid metal shit, like that was always fun. And uh he was hilarious too, man. Like especially like when I joined the band, him and Dave, they were still like relatively new to smoking weed.
Yeah.
So like every time we got high, dude, like it was almost like a guarantee that I was gonna like piss my pants laughing at fucking at Trevor because he would just say the funniest shit, dude.
Yeah. He definitely had a unforgettable personality for sure.
uh, well, you were talking earlier about AOL Instant Messenger, and I used to talk to Trevor on AOL. His tag name was Thy Whore Cosmic,
Yep.
and our friend.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And like I'm like, hey dude, I saw you on mp3.com. I really like the new demos, and like we were talking for a couple weeks, and I thought that was so cool, and like that's the best thing I ever got out of AOL Instant Messenger.
I still
Yeah,
geek out over shit like that, man.
yeah, it's cool. Like, you get to fucking like talk to somebody that you look up to in any sort of way, and like you find out that they're just way fucking cooler than you ever could have imagined. Like that's always awesome. I know
Yeah.
a lot of people are like, oh, don't meet your heroes or whatever, but like uh, for me personally, like I've always had pretty good experiences on that front. I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever like met anybody that I looked up to that was like a fucking dick, or anything like that.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
So
that's good. People, you can get enough respect to where, I think it's just sometimes it's just as because those meetings like that when you finally meet somebody that maybe you've only seen on the internet or on, and it might be awkward in a sense, but I think it's
yeah,
just as awkward for them too, because people don't know how to handle fame. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Even on a lower level, I mean, how many times probably for yourself have you had someone come up and be like, "Man, you sound great on the drums," and you're like, "Yeah, thanks."
Yeah,
Like, I don't know.
it's still weird for me. It like I appreciate the fuck out of it. You know what I mean? That like all these years later, that there's still people out there that like think what I do is worth a fuck or whatever, or like it's done something for them. Like I truly appreciate that. Like that's all I ever really wanted. Setting out to do this shit, I just wanted to like make music that fucking influence people the way that the shit that I listen to influenced me.
Yeah,
Um, but I remember like on my first tour with Black Dahlia, like the first few times like having people come up to me and like were like really like super geeked and excited. It was like, whoa, dude, like I'm like literally just this fucking 18-year-old jerk off, dude. Like I am not that cool. Like you're probably cooler than I am, you know what I mean? But like yeah, it's definitely weird because I think some people when they see you like in videos or in magazines or whatever, like they get this idea that you're just like I, I don't know, like that you're something that you're not, like you're some sort of like something that's like a beyond a human being or something. And it's like, nah, dude, I
yeah,
fucking I like cats and I love smoking weed and I like taking naps and just normal shit like everybody else. I just
yeah,
happen to be like okay enough at drums to have like gotten to do some cool shit.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I don't think I'll ever get used to that kind of thing. Like when people are just like, dude, you're so awesome. Like, I appreciate it, but I'm like, I don't really know what else to say other than like, thank you. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you see like, or I guess I'm gonna say I see like celebrities on TV, like let's say like a TMZ type situation, and you see people get upset, and it's like after a while, you start losing that personal space,
Hmm.
to an extent of fame, and I can imagine it being very difficult.
Yeah,
Um,
totally. Especially like to that caliber where you have fucking people following you around all the time,
yeah,
like trying to fucking take pictures of you and
right. You're just trying to eat a
yelling
sandwich,
questions
but,
at you and shit. You're just fucking trying to go to the grocery store or whatever. Yeah,
yeah,
I could totally see that being a totally different beast. And
yeah,
now like I remember like seeing fucking like Tommy Lee back in the day, like punching out cameramen and shit like that. And I was like, wow, this guy must have like some fucking anger issues or whatever. But like
Yeah.
when I got older and I, saw more of that kind of shit going on, not like for myself or anything, but just, the whole like TMZ, that kind of thing. It's like, man, these people are like constantly being harassed. Like, no wonder they're fucking knocking people out or like, I'd probably do the same thing to be honest.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. You gotta have your own time. And there's a
Absolutely.
time and a place too, like to approach somebody if, it's like, hey, if I don't know how to describe that, I guess. Like you said, don't go and try to talk to them when they're sitting on the toilet or you know what I mean? Like Eminem
Like
or something.
my approach to that has always been like I'll never be like too busy to fucking like sign something or talk to whoever because ultimately like I wouldn't fucking be in the position that I'm in or whatever if it weren't for that person or for those people. Um,
Yeah.
so the very fucking least that I could do is chat with them or like fucking sign whatever, take a picture, whatever. That's how always how I've tried to approach it. Um, I think there's maybe only been like once or twice that I can remember where like I got short with somebody and it was probably because like I was on the phone fighting with my fucking girlfriend at the time.
Oh
Just
yeah,
you know what I
right.
mean? Like not already like not in a good mood or whatever. So but
Exactly. Wrong place, wrong time.
yeah, exactly. But I definitely remember one of those instances. Like I went back up to that kid afterwards, and I'm like, I'm sorry, man. Like that's not me. I didn't mean to like be an asshole. I think I like gave him a fucking shirt and a CD or something.
Yeah, that's cool.
Whatever, you know. I didn't mean to be a dick, but you know, it just happened.
Yeah, we're all living life, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So um considering what happened recently, Ozzy Osbourne, you did Ozfest with Black Dahlia, right?
Yep, yep. That
That's
was
oh
Sick.
05.
Yep. Yeah, that was a bucket list shit for me too, man. Ozfest was always a big deal to me. Um, I think the first one I went to was like it was either 99 or 2000, I think, and like it was such a fucking life-changing experience. Like getting to
Yeah.
see so many of like my favorite bands on fucking two stages in the same day, you know.
Oh yeah.
Um, so like getting to see that whatever fucking age I was back then, I was like, man, like that's what I want to do. Like I want to be up there someday, you know. And fucking, I got fortunate enough to do that,
That's
and
awesome.
that was a really fucking cool experience, man.
Who else was on?
I
You guys were on second stage?
Yeah, we were on second stage, and we were one of the rotating bands. I think there was only like two or three bands on the second stage that played at the same time every day, and that was like Kill Switch Engage and like Rob Zombie and maybe As I Lay Dying. I could be wrong. But yeah, like all the bands took turns playing, you know, the opening, second, third, you know, going all the way up until like one or two, whenever the non-rotating slot stopped.
What was
And it
that?
was always fun, man. There was only, I think there was like one time where when we played first, uh, half of the set we played to nobody, and then I think like second to last song, there was like just a fucking like a wave of people. They opened up the gates, you could just see all these people like running in to catch the last fucking few minutes of our set.
Well,
That's
Well,
was
up
crazy.
that
until
the
that point, it was all just like the crew members and the other bands and shit like that.
Yeah.
was that the year Bury Your Dead played?
Yes, yeah, they played. Jada Pinkett Smith's band, Wicked Wisdom, played,
Oh yeah.
which they were fucking awesome people. Like I hung out with them just about every day. Like their bus was that was the smoke spot at 420 every day.
Nice. That's
And
awesome.
fucking let's see, Soilwork played that year. Arch Enemy, Mastodon, uh, Gizmachi, Trivium.
Yeah.
That was a lot of good bands that year, man.
I agree with you though. I always thought like going to those and being able to like walk around and all the tour buses were just like you could walk up to them practically, you know, so you
Yeah,
get to
Yeah.
see your,
And,
you know, these
and
idols that you looked up to up close and personal, you know.
and I think
yeah,
that's the
big time.
year
And
Sabbath.
here you were playing shows with, you know, a Rob Zombie or like, did you get to talk to anybody like that you would be like, damn, like,
I never got to talk to Rob Zombie or anything like that. He didn't hang out. Um, I chatted with John Five a couple of times,
that's cool.
and like I think who was the bass player dude, Blasco, maybe, or Riggs. I can't remember. Um, he was like managing one of my buddy's bands. What the fuck were they called? I don't know. They were like they were a band from New England. Did kind of like metalcore kind of shit. It was like Darren Seska from Goratory and Alan from Goratory, who's now in like the Acacia Strain, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
He was playing guitar for Despised Icon for a minute there too.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I never got to meet like Iron Maiden or like Ozzy or anybody. Like we weren't allowed to go hang out in the main stage area. Like the only time that we were ever allowed to be in any of those like areas that was like reserved for main stage was like just for catering. We could go eat and then we had to like get the fuck out.
Yeah.
So like if anybody did meet somebody from Black Sabbath or Iron Maiden or whatever, like it would have been during like a time that everybody was in there eating or whatever.
Yeah.
I've never got that lucky though.
That's still cool to just say you were on the same bill as, you
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like,
Same. Yeah, dude.
and then like I think yeah, Mudvayne was one of the like the main stage bands. I remember seeing like Ryan. He was over in the second stage area all the time, hanging out and partying. He was a really cool guy.
yeah, I love
Uh,
Mudvayne.
And Will Smith was actually he was on the tour for about 2 weeks, so I got to kick it with him for a little bit. I learned how to two step with him.
No
Really?
shit. That's
Yeah,
awesome. That's awesome.
yeah, and
Did you
he
keep
was
your
fucking he
wife's
was I
name out
remember
your mouth?
yeah, he was really fucking into Arch Enemy. I remember
Really?
he watched them like every day. I yeah,
That's
and he
wild.
fucked with Soil Work pretty hard too. But
Uh,
his favorite was Bury Your Dead.
Bury your dead? Really?
Yeah, yeah. He
Yes,
liked
that's
them so
awesome.
much, dude, that he fucking hired like a camera crew to follow them around, and they were gonna have a fucking like a show about them and all this fucking crazy shit that was going on backstage.
That's
But
wild.
I'm not exactly sure like whatever happened to it. I don't know if it ever got pitched and there just wasn't like enough interest, or maybe like Will looked at the footage and was like, this
Right.
isn't as cool as I was hoping for. I don't really know, but there were a bunch of cameras and he was always hanging out. He was like, I learned how to two step with him. Matt Brusso from like Bury Your Dead was teaching us how to do that shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
Goofy
one of the
shit, man.
coolest things I've ever heard.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
like
know,
you
like
just put
I
faith in
never,
Will
I,
Smith for me.
I never fucking expected anything like that to happen. Let alone even meeting the guy. You know what I mean? Just getting to fucking
Yeah.
like hang out with him
Yeah,
just
that's like
casually for
big
two
time
weeks.
celebrity, right?
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
was really cool
so
though,
was
man.
Jada too. Yeah.
Yeah,
You got to think, I mean, they were probably they're what, probably in their 50s now or maybe close to 60, so
I would say yeah, probably fucking
they're
mid late
probably like our
fifties.
age, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah, that's wild. That's crazy. Arch enemy. I just can't see Will Smith getting into carnivorous Jesus.
Yeah, dude, he was side stage watching him every day.
Yeah,
Awesome.
what was the first vocalist's name?
For Arch Enemy,
Yeah.
Johann Leva, I think.
Yeah. So who was the female vocalist that took over for
Angela something.
yeah. And now there's another girl, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think Will Smith had a thing for Angela.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I I think that's what it was.
Yeah, that we all did. That's funny. No, that's why I had I think I had a t-shirt that Barry or Dad had signed at Ozfest one of the years. The year I seen him though, that it was like It Dies Today, Barry or Dead.
Yeah, that was the year that we
Is
played.
that the one? Yeah, the
Yeah,
red chord I think was on there too. Or
that might have been a Sounds of the Underground
oh
if
maybe.
the red chord
Uh,
was on it,
Yeah.
yeah, I think the Red Chord played Mayhem one year.
or Mayhem. Yeah, shit, I forgot about that one too.
And yeah, yeah, all those shows kind of blend together. Like
Dude, totally. I'm at the point now to where like I don't remember fucking half the shows I've been to, let alone the one that I've played. They all kind of fucking run together, especially like the ones from Harpo's, man. I swear, like every show I've seen there was just it was all on one bill. Like,
Oh yeah.
same, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I
Uh
mean, I've seen like Mudvayne, Taproot, Slipknot, Machine Head. I wish I wish I would have saw Typo Negative. They're like one of my favorite bands now, but like I never saw them live. But I'm trying to think of I saw Kitty there.
oh yeah. Those are the
Hatebreed,
staple bands. Clutch.
man.
oh yeah,
It's a good time. Always a good time. And I think the first time I was there I was like 18, and I'm like, yeah, I'm 21, and like, yeah, no,
yeah. I
Play.
remember getting fucking shit faced at Harpo's like well before I was of age, man.
yeah,
Oh
And
yeah. I
like,
was just telling my fiance about that tonight. I'm like, that's where you went. I'm like, and I drank the horrible shit. I drank like tequila sunrises and
you know,
sex on the beach.
yep, where the fucking
Everything's
like
all
you
screwed
get a
up.
cup that big and it's all alcohol up to
Yeah.
like maybe like the tip top, and it's just like a fucking splash of whatever for color to make it fucking look
Oh
like it's a
man.
drink.
And it would get so packed. I remember it just being like sweltering hot, like from
Yep.
just people breathing and standing by each other. Like
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
dude.
that was still like traditional mosh pit days too. Like there was no like two step back then. It was just straight up pushing around, you know. Those were fun.
Yep. The good old days, man.
That's kind of came back a little bit too. I like that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I fucking do whatever to have a good time. The people that bother me are the people that like fucking
I know.
start trying to fucking aim for the people that are on the outskirts. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. It's like let
dude,
them, they obviously don't want to be in it. Don't take a
Uh,
elbow to them
yeah,
or
yeah, exactly. Like,
yeah,
have
jump
your good
feet first
time.
into a crowd.
I
Right.
hate
Yeah,
that crowd killing shit. Yeah,
have your
I
good
don't.
time, but like, don't have it at the expense of like everybody else's good time. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because look at, I mean, some of these people, you were talking about someone, I think, getting killed at Harpo. So it was something like that, wasn't it? I think they
I,
took a chair to the face or something.
probably. I know there's been like multiple instances of death in and outside of that building.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like years ago, like in the early '90s, I can't remember the guy's name. Um, he was like a relatively like well-known like local musician in I think they were like a punk band or something like that. He got like stabbed out front or some shit like that after a show.
Yeah, that's wild.
Somebody tried to rob him, I think, or something like that, and he just got fucking shanked up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy shit.
So, just to kind of, I'm gonna the finishing touch on the Black Dahlia comment, just because you got other stuff we want to talk about here. But 25th year anniversary, right? Is that what? How many years has it been since Miasma?
Uh,
I gotta look
it came
back.
out
It's
came out
not
in
25th.
2005. It's 2020. Yeah,
20
20
is
years.
the 20th. 20th
20
year.
years. Yeah.
20 years. What was like? What's your if you had to pick a song off that record that you're most proud of? Like
Uh,
for let's just say like your playing, not even as the band song as a whole.
Probably the title track, Miasma.
Yeah,
That one was like my favorite one when we wrote it because it was just like it was pretty much like fast all the way through, which is like
yeah,
basically why.
yeah,
But no, I just I had a lot of fun, like more or less trying to fucking like figure out what I was gonna do over those riffs and stuff. Like when we first started like playing that song, it was like I remember at the time like I was listening to a lot of Belphegor because we had toured with them like a few months prior to. So I just like all I wanted to do was just like do that fucking just consistent like traditional blast,
yeah,
and like I think that's pretty much like how I started like thinking about the beginning of that song was like I just want to have this fucking super strong fucking traditional blast like Belphegor going through this and then of course like all the double bass shit, the Campbell Glass and all that stuff.
yeah,
But like the riffs in that song are fun too. It's a really catchy song, and Trevor's lyrics were always like I never really ever fucking gave a shit about lyrics. 9 times out of 10 for most bands, but like with him, prior to joining the band and even like after joining the band, his lyrics were always something that like I paid attention to, and I always found like were very well put together and thought out. And he had a way with words, man. He really
yeah.
did.
I've just now, like you said, I've always been a person that I don't really look into them much, but just recently, and Black Dahlia is one of those bands that I've dug into a little bit since he's passed, and just he fit a ton of stuff into like he didn't give himself much breathe room in a lot of those songs,
Yeah,
which is pretty wild.
yeah. You had a lot to say, man. You had lots of stories to tell, and
Yeah,
just a few minutes to do it.
yeah, for sure. So are shocked? I screwed this last name. Narcotic, right?
Yep,
Damn,
yep.
we just got 5 gift subs. Thanks, B. You're awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm so like unuser friendly on Twitch. I don't know what a gift sub is, but thank you for them.
So
Uh,
it's just like Netflix. Like you subscribe to a channel, you can get access to that channel for 1 month without getting
oh
you,
yeah, okay, yeah, I've had that.
without having to see ads, and there's like perks to special emotes, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, thanks. That's cool. Yeah, Narcotic,
Tongue Twister.
2018 to 23.
Yep.
What'd you say? I didn't catch that.
The tongue twister.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah, I don't
fucking
know
it is a
why.
tongue twister, man.
Yeah, I want to make it more morbid than it is, I think. I'm trying to make it like necrotic or something. I don't know.
I
But
always want to fucking say like shark narcotic.
yeah.
Uh,
I seen a video on YouTube. It was like psychedelic, like is that the Sanctuary, I think?
yeah.
Was
Yep.
playing. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. That was a quick little, just shy of 4 minutes of like three old songs that I hopped up on stage to do with them real quick. They just put out a new album and they played the whole thing, and then like fucking Sean hit me up. I think it was like at the beginning of the month, and asked me if I'd be interested in hopping up on stage and doing a couple songs with them. And like, well, yeah, of course. This shit's
Yeah,
fun to
that's
play, and
awesome.
my homies, man. So, yeah, it was cool to get up there and do that stuff again. I went and practiced with them on Wednesday for it was more of a hangout session. I think we actually we practiced the songs for a total of maybe like 30 minutes, which is a lot for just three songs, I guess.
Yeah, right.
But no, we ran through them a few times, and it just felt like we had never stopped jamming together. And
That's cool.
I wasn't even like playing on my shit either. Like I was using Adam's setup.
That's cool. That
Yeah.
is cool. So do you have anything new going on right now or anything that you are looking to do or
I'm
people don't know
playing
about?
for a band called Dogs of War right now. They've been around since like the mid '90s, I think.
Okay.
They're a hardcore band. Um, we're writing right now. We got like two and a half new songs, and then I think we're gonna do like a Leeway cover, and probably like fucking two or three more originals or whatever. But yeah, we're working on that right now. We're playing with Lewis Idol at Smalls next weekend, and I think we're playing in Alpena like at the end of the month with Poison Tongues.
Oh, nice.
Um, musically, that's like really all I have going for me right now. I've been wanting to like start something new. Um, I have like this. It's not such a new idea, but like the way that I want to do it, I guess, is like a new approach, I suppose. Um, I really just want to do like a super metallic uh, hardcore punk band, but like extremely fucking uh, the word I'm looking for here. Uh, fuck me running. I just want it to be extreme emphasis on the metallic part. There we go.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, like what I have in my head is something like Leeway, Born to Expire era meets like fucking Poison Idea,
Okay.
something like that. But like obviously played at the speeds that would be acceptable for like any grinder death metal fan band, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but the thing is like I don't really know anybody that listens to like either or both that like would either a be interested in doing something like that, or b would like can pull it off without making it sound like too try hard. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like I said, like the idea is nothing new, but just like the fucking like the sound that I have in my head, like it's unlike anything that I've heard anybody doing. And like I just think it would be cool. And especially like right now, how there's like a big resurgence in the fucking kind of like crossover, uh, thrash hardcore scenes. Like there's all
Yeah.
these bands that are coming out and are super like mid '90s, like fucking tipping their hats to type shit. Like that stuff's really cool. And yeah, I feel like that with what I would like to do, it would go over well with that sort of crowd.
Yeah, that's a good idea, man. I noticed that too with the whole uh the hardcore scene and some of that shit coming back, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, like that band fucking Mind Force. Like I dig the fuck out of those guys. They're sick as fuck.
Yeah.
New World Man, those guys are fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I've
I've
been
heard
listening to Mongrel a lot too.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard them.
I
They're
don't know if
fucking
I
sick as
haven't
fuck,
heard
man.
them.
They're
Black
they're uh they're a little more on. They have like more of a death metal influence to them, but they're not like a deathcore band. Like
Okay.
they kind of sound like they have like a New York hardcore, or not New York hardcore, but like New York death metal kind of sound with like the Cali hardcore thing going. Like
Okay.
think like fucking sort of pyrexia or like internal bleeding,
Okay.
something like that. You know, it's not like super blast heavy, but like the fucking there's like they're there, and the riffs are fucking super chunky and shit, and the vocals are like, you know, a
Yeah.
little more aggressive than just like standard hardcore vocals.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You should hit up Jake O'Shaughnessy I was talking about with the escalation of force. I could see you guys doing some shit together if you're doing the hardcore kind of thing. And he's got that band's got a killer lineup too. It's like some members of shit, I'm gonna screw this up. I think uh Bloodline Calligraphy, he's got a guy from the guitarist from that band's in his band, and then
What was the
maybe
hardcore band you were talking about?
yeah, it's
Not strung out, but there's God,
the Sworn Enemy.
yeah, Sworn
Oh
Enemy.
yeah,
Yeah, I
I just
think
played
it's
a show
there's
with those guys last year, man.
yeah.
Yeah, in Windsor. They were one of the headlining bands at this fest we played. It was sick, man. That was the first time I'd seen them in a while. They're still fucking rocking. I didn't think that they were still around anymore.
Yeah, I think so if I get this wrong, he'll kill me, but I want to say that there was brothers that were in Sworn Enemy possibly.
Hmm,
And
maybe.
yeah, I don't know. But one of them sings in his band. I want to say maybe like the guitarist for Sworn Enemy is now the vocalist in Escalation of Force, but I could be wrong on the name. I could it could be like Smash Your Enemies or something too. So
Okay, okay.
one of those bands.
Word.
But as far as around here though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I just what like whoever I end up jamming with, like I need them to be able to play like really fast.
Right.
Like you know what I mean? Like I really want to fucking blur the lines between like, oh man, is this fucking like is this death metal or is this fucking
Right.
like hardcore? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I would really like to do something like that.
Yeah.
Because I just if there is a band that's doing that kind of shit, like I don't know who they are, and I would like to know who they are. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a whole new genre.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. So you're from Woodhaven, right?
Yeah, Brownstown, Woodhaven, Trenton, whatever you want to call it. We fucking share a zip code.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you're right.
I was technically born in Trenton, and then like I lived here till like I was 5. We moved to Taylor. I lived there till I was 16. Moved to Lincoln Park. I lived there for a year. My parents split up, and then my mom and I moved back out here, and I've been here ever since.
Well, shit,
So you're in
you
Woodhaven-ish now?
could have just drove
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I know, right? We're all pretty close. I
yeah.
work in Trenton. Sean
Yeah,
lives in Trenton.
yeah,
And
Oh no shit.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. I fucking I live in Concord. I also work here too, like the
Oh
apartment
yeah.
complex. You guys probably have driven by like a million times.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's Concord at? Is that
It's fucking Dix Toledo and Carter.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I know
Yep.
right where
I
you're
walk
at.
around and make the place look nice.
That's
Listen to
cool.
death metal all day.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. I live right off Van Horn, like by Pick Pack. Well, we're
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
Twitch
dude,
Live
that's
right now.
fucking
I'm not gonna
right
tell
up the way
people where
from
I
me.
live, but
Right. I'm not home on Tuesdays if you want to. Right.
come get me. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
The downriver circle for sure. But yeah, man, just trying to see if there's anything else I wanted to touch on here. Just looking at my notes. I feel like Shit Life had some of those uh punk rock vibes in it at times. Is that possible to say?
Oh yeah, yeah, very much so. when we started, even though like Chris and I weren't necessarily listening to a lot of punk back then, it was a lot more punk with like a little grind influence. And then
Yeah.
like once we started like getting more comfortable jamming together as that band, you know what I mean, and started like fucking like finding our sound, then the the more metal influence of both of our backgrounds came in and
Yeah.
became more fucking, you know, the punk influence is still there, but you can definitely hear more like the thrashier death metal type stuff
Yeah.
that we're, you know, more into.
Now, what about I'm seeing Nightkin?
Yep. Yeah, that was me and Dave Locke, the old bass player from Black Dahlia. Um,
Okay.
we're technically still a band. We're
Okay.
just on hiatus right now. Mike McKenzie from the Red Chord, the guitar player, Gunface, he's our singer, actually.
Dude,
Okay.
no way. That's
Yeah, yeah,
sick, dude.
yeah.
That's sick.
We actually just all fucking saw each other for the first time in like fucking years. Just last year when Pig Destroyer and the Red Chord played at the Crowfoot.
Yeah.
Did either of you guys get to go to that?
I didn't.
No.
I,
Oh
I
man,
remember it coming through though.
it was fucking sick. But yeah, we that was the first time we saw each other, and we touched base a little on perhaps trying to do something again here at some point. The whole
Oh
reason
shit.
we even like kind of stopped jamming was like Dave hit a wall with writing. He just had like a bad case of writer's block, and um, rather than us keep practicing the same songs over and over and just kind of fucking getting sick of playing them, we decided to take a break because aside from practicing, we weren't like really like that active of a band. You know, in order for us to play a show, obviously because Mike lives in Boston, it would take some planning,
Oh
and you
yeah.
know, we'd have to like fucking buy him a plane ticket out here, and you know,
Right.
figure out you know, where he's gonna crash and all that kind of shit. But we did have like I want to say like three or four new songs before we stopped jamming, and like we were, you know, intending on making like a full record, but you know, Dave started having his problems with writing, and then um, when we started talking last year, I think maybe the idea is to just like take those songs um, and maybe write a couple new ones and just have that be like an EP or a record, depending on the time that it ends up being.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well,
But that shit was always fun to play too, man. Dave was a really good fucking writer. Um, never really noticed as much. I mean, like obviously not with Black Dahlia because fucking Brian like wrote everything, but Dave had another band called Supercontinent with Matt Gauntlet, the other guitar player from Nightkin, and they were sort of like they were really heavy and kind of like Cave In, but like not the old school Cave In.
okay.
Or maybe no, not Cave In. I'm sorry, I'm getting my weird bands fucked
Bot,
up. I think
botch.
I'm thinking of like ISIS or something like that. They were just one of them like super heavy, headlong songs. They weren't like fucking like really fast or anything like that, but they had like just like a really fucking powerful sound. You know what I mean? Like one of those types of bands. Um, but yeah, like when I heard Dave doing that shit, like that's kind of like when I really started appreciating his like writing skills more. Um, because he didn't really get the chance to do anything in BDM. And
Yeah.
then when he showed me the Nightkin songs, like you know, fucking years later, it was just like whatever he did with like the Superior Drummer program. Uh, I was really impressed by that shit because there was like a lot of different kind of shit going on in it, man. Like there was parts that sounded like Eson, and then like there would be parts that sounded like fucking like Thin Lizzy or Crowbar, you know.
Really.
Yeah, it was really cool shit, man. And then I forget how Mike came into the fold because for a really long time we were just it was just the fucking four of us just rocking the songs instrumental, and I don't really I can't I think Dave might have sent Mike the songs, and he was like really into them and enough to want to try and give it a go. And then fucking he came out here um,
Uh,
shortly. I can't remember when it was that he came out here, but we practiced and then like we did like 2 shows. We had one show scheduled, and then like we ended up playing the next one just kind of by a like a fluke. I was doing a show with Gut Rot the next night, and I think a band had dropped off, and like I hit the promoter up, and I was like, "Hey, like I have another band that will gladly play. Like if you're trying to like fill the slot or whatever." So we ended up playing 2 shows.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's dope.
like the first weekend he came out to jam with us or whatever.
So maybe some more in the future. That's cool, dude.
you know,
Yeah, yeah.
when
And a
whenever
stacked
someone,
lineup.
sorry,
What's that?
That set a stacked lineup too. That's sweet.
Yeah, man. Yeah, fucking Matt Gauntlet was an excellent guitar player too. Him and the bass player Matt West, they used to do a like an instrumental band called Incisor that was really cool. Probably
Okay.
find their music out there online somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sean, you were saying something?
oh, I was just the red chord has always been one of my favorite. Like I can't even call them deathcore because it's not. It's like experimental metal.
Yeah.
Like when people ask me like, "What does the red chord sound like?" I'm like, "It sounds like the red chord." Like it does.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah, I
a,
Yeah,
can't compare them
they
to
definitely
any.
have their own kind of fucking thing going on.
yeah.
They always have, honestly.
I feel like they got like a touch of grind to them,
Yeah,
and
absolutely. Yeah,
yeah, and it's progressive kind of,
big time. Yeah, the fucking I remember the first time I saw those guys, I actually saw them in it was Ann Arbor at this like fucking little ass record store called State Control.
Okay.
It was like a upstairs area, and
Oh,
it was fucking Black Dahlia opened. It was like right when they got signed to Metal Blade, I believe. Excuse me. Black Dahlia opened. It was Premonitions of War,
Oh,
and
sweet.
fucking Dustin played with a broken wrist. Like he had a fucking a drumstick taped to his hand, played a whole fucking set like
oh
that.
my god.
Then it was the Red Chord, and then Between the Buried Me.
No shit.
Yeah, yeah, they were like doing fucking material from like the first record, like the very first record.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
That was a
that's
fucking killer show, actually.
yeah, damn. Dude, so you know what's funny? Like so I did like a search just to see like what the internet would pull up for you as far as like projects you've been in.
Hmm.
And I don't know if have you ever Googled yourself?
Not lately.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. Like, so like it even pulled up Reddits where people have like made comments like I'm just gonna read you like a couple. Like someone said, he is so damn good. Uh in some note, his playing is a distinctive flavor, even if not the most technically precise. And then this guy or girl says, let's see,
Mine says he can perfectly two-step with Will Smith. Yeah.
right.
That's not a lie. That's all truth there.
It says Zach was my favorite drummer several years before Death Grips was a thing. Wish I could be 10% of what he is as a drummer. These are just like some random Reddit things. Kind of funny.
Death Grips.
Yeah,
I think he's talking about the wrong Zach. That dude's name is Zach too, though. Zach Hill. He's a fucking amazing drummer.
oh yeah, it could be a mistake.
Yeah, I'm definitely not on that guy's level. And I've absolutely never played for Death Grips before.
I was wondering what that. I thought it was just some term. I'm like, okay, yeah,
I was
that's
good.
weird because it puts you into it, but yeah,
Half
it
of
must
your
be.
It's probably just a fucking like a Zach drummer subreddit kind of thing or something maybe
Yeah,
or
yeah, where it just pops up, right?
people
Yeah, because
just talk
everything else
about
is
all the
legit.
awesome Zach drummers they know of.
It's got your birthday. It's got your, it talks about In Battle Array. We didn't talk about In Battle Array.
Oh shit, yeah, that was the first band I did after Black Dahlia.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think I got to see you guys in that band.
yeah, we played out quite a few times. I think I did the band for like a year and a half or something like that. So we did a decent amount of shows, and then like we recorded fucking two songs. Um, we were intending on recording more, but I don't remember what happened. I think we like ran out of time, or we had like fucking technical difficulties or something. We recorded in a buddy's living room, so like the conditions weren't like ideal, you know what I mean?
Right.
But we made it work. But yeah, like we played a few shows, and then I don't
I
really
think you
remember
got a
how.
song or two on the internet.
Yeah, that's like the two songs that I recorded with them.
Yeah.
There might even be maybe like one or two really shit quality fucking videos from like the old fucking flip phone days,
Really?
yeah, on YouTube from like the Modern Exchange.
Oh yeah, somebody in the comments was just saying, didn't you play the modern?
Yeah, I think we played there like the most.
Yeah, the modern. I feel like, did you guys play Rack and Roll also
Yeah, I
in
think
that
we
band?
I I know that they definitely did before I was in the band, but I want to say yeah, we most definitely played there like during my time in the band too.
Yeah.
But definitely like a majority of the shows that I did with them was at the Modern.
Okay.
And I remember playing at like the Hayloft with them like once or twice.
Yeah, the Hayloft's cool.
Yeah, is that still a thing?
I don't think so. I
Hmm.
think it's closed.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, I actually work with somebody that lives out that way, and I was just talking to him about that venue, and I'm pretty sure he said it was closed down.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
pretty cool venue. I just fucking hated the drive out there,
Oh
Dude,
man.
the
yeah, that's
drive,
fucked.
yeah,
Far
fuck
away,
that.
Yeah, we played a show that was a pretty good lineup, and it was like um
It was
Red
a, it
Shore,
was yeah, it's a Red Shore, Suffocate, and Hell
Hellbound.
followed with, um,
Okay.
I don't remember who else was on there.
oh,
That bar.
Aegeon,
Oh yeah.
Aegeon,
Hey, yeah, I don't know how you say that name.
yeah.
It's like, yeah,
I know who you're talking about.
I think they're out of like
The guy's got
Indiana.
the voice like, I can't do it. It's like,
That's funny. Yeah, man. What about Two Dust?
Oh yeah, I never actually got to like do anything with them. That's my buddy Tommy who used to play bass in Abigail Williams.
Okay.
Um, I think fucking Dirk. I can't pronounce his last name, but he played on that like fucking I think it was like the second aborted record. He's Megadeth's drummer now. He played for Soilwork and what was that other band that he played for? Scarve. I don't know if you guys
Oh
remember
yeah,
them.
I've heard of that there. Yep.
Yeah, I think it was him that played on the songs that they have out. And if it wasn't him, then maybe they were just programmed or something like that. Anyway, like I was going to do that with Tommy, and it just never fucking like never panned out for
Okay.
whatever reason.
Isn't that crazy though that it like that the internet can like link you to that somehow, even though it
Yeah.
never, you know what I mean?
dude, I'm trying my best not to crack out the like half of your body keeps disappearing.
Mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a stupid green or not green screen, but whatever it is, right?
Oh man.
The Zoom green screen. So what's your practice regimen like nowadays, man?
I practice once a week with my band. I try to go up to the room. I share a room at the Russell Industrial Center with some friends, and I try to go up there at least like once a week just to go fucking play by myself or whatever. But as far as like practicing at home, I don't really do it that much anymore. Um, mostly because I'm lazy. My basement is a fucking wreck right now. Like I do have like an electronic kit down there and like I have practice pads and all that shit, but like it just looks like a fucking bomb went off down there. There's fucking laundry and just shit everywhere, and it's just one of them things that I've been meaning to take care of, and I haven't. And yeah, it's causing me not to practice down there. But
As a,
also, like, I kind of hate practicing on my electric kit because it's not the same. Like the drums
Yeah.
themselves are fine. It's just the fucking cymbals. I hate
Oh,
them. Like they don't like they don't respond right.
yeah.
So I feel like I'm like fucking working 4 times harder than I actually fucking have to. And then like when I go and sit down on my actual drum set, it's like fucking me up to get it up.
Right,
yeah,
you're used to
yeah,
playing right.
yeah. That's the one thing I
But
don't like about electric drum kits. It doesn't feel the same. Like the velocity. Like even though it
yeah,
tracks the velocity, it's just not the same.
yeah. Like I said, the drums are okay. Like I can deal with those. It's just mainly like the cymbals. But they do have like those there's ones that are made like out of actual fucking metal. Now they're electronic cymbals.
Oh,
Or
really? I didn't know that.
yeah, there's like conversion trigger kits that you can use for like those vented practice those vented like practice cymbals. I don't know if you guys have seen them.
Oh, yeah, I know
Got
what you're
like all
talking
the fucking holes drilled in them. They're still made of metal and shit, but like the volumes like way like half reduced or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, like they have like conversion kits that you can set up on those things and turn them into like electric cymbals. So you're getting like
Like the feel of a
you're
real.
getting like the feel of the real cymbal, and there's actually like some sound coming off of it too. But you getting the electric sound as well.
Well,
Yeah, that's what they
that's
need.
sick. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I always felt like the rebound felt.
I would like to try and start like messing with that, but I don't know if that would be like a little too much for my neighbors. Like I live in a townhouse, and the fucking like the ceilings from the basement like they're not finished, like they're just open.
Oh, right.
So I mean I'm sure even just like the thuds, like the little tiny thuds that the pads themselves make, that I'm sure they travel through the building, or at least
Yeah.
over to my neighbor's house, which the ones over here behind me, I don't really care. They're loud as fuck all the time, and um,
Right. You're like,
yeah,
no,
I don't
I
really
don't know
care.
them to
I
silence.
don't have anybody that lives next to me on the other side anymore, but I'm about to have like some new neighbors. Uh, but I do kind of know her from like she's just like transferring from like the other side of the complex. She's pretty cool, I guess. I don't know how cool she's gonna be after like she hears the
Right.
fucking bullshit that I listen to over here and like this stupid fucking noises that I'm making downstairs and all that shit, trying to
Right.
play drums, whatever.
No, that's cool,
But
man.
yeah, as far as like practicing goes, that's really about it. I practice with the band once a week, and then like I try to go up there and get a few hours in by myself when I can.
Yeah. So what actually got you started like on the drums, like from the very start?
Dude, I honestly like I really don't know. Um, like my mom told me like I would like kick the shit out of her like in the womb. So she
Yeah.
always joked around that like I was gonna fucking like be a drummer when I came out. And then like when I was 3 years old, my aunt Sue got me this like it was like a little fucking Mickey Mouse drum set, like paper heads and shit.
Yeah.
And I had it for like maybe 2 weeks, and her son came over and fucking put his head through the bass drum. But I think initially like that's where the interest came from. Like I that little drum set. Um,
That's pretty cool. I mean,
but I've always I don't know I've always just been kind of drawn to like drummers, the whole fucking concept of playing and stuff. Like anytime that I can remember like watching music stuff, I just remember like really like zeroing in on like what the drummer was doing and shit.
yeah. Who's
But
like a big influence for you as a drummer,
who's a big influence
whether
on?
they're old or new?
Um, well, like definitely fucking like Lars Ulrich for sure.
Okay.
Metallica was like the first metal band I got into.
Yeah.
Uh, like Neil Peart,
Yeah.
you fucking Igor Cavalera.
Yeah, no shit, right?
John Stanier from Helmet. Like Helmet was some of the first shit that I learned how to play on drums.
Dude,
Okay,
He's
Helmet.
a big
that's
influence, and
kind of
actually,
surprising.
he's a fucking if not the biggest reason that I have like such a like a particular snare sound that I
Yeah,
like. You know, he's always had that fucking kind of like pingy, like poppy, ringy
Dude,
sort of sound.
dude,
That's
Helmet
just
is one of
always
those
like been.
bands I always forget about and not like go back to them like, I'm like, I gotta listen to this more.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Yeah, Helmet was. They were a fucking big influence in my younger years for
I saw him
sure.
by accident. Who the hell did I see him with? I think they opened up for Corn a couple of years ago, and I didn't even realize they were on the bill.
Yeah, they got
And
that
Nice.
then they
song,
started playing like I forgot what like their big hit was they had, but I was like,
Milk
oh shit.
Toast, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
To go on unsung probably maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe it
Oh
was
yeah,
that.
that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just saw Helmet last year actually. Them in fucking Chromax at the Magic Stick.
Oh, that would have been a good spot to see him.
It was pretty cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I remember I saw Helmet like I want to say it was like 2005 whenever they got back together and they had like John Tempesta from White Zombie and Testament fucking playing drums for him for a little bit.
Hmm.
Um I want to say it was 2005 or something like that because when I was on tour with Black Dahlia, we actually fucking we played at the same venue as them, just in like the smaller room. So
Yeah.
like I got to fucking see them for free. And that was actually like the first time that I got to see Helmet. So that was pretty cool. Like
Yeah, that
even
is
though it wasn't like the the OG lineup, it was still cool to just like finally fucking hear and see those songs played live. You know,
yeah.
Hell yeah.
and
Yeah.
with John Tempesta on drums, no less. Like he was another dude that was
Yeah.
pretty
Uh,
pretty big influence.
Yep.
Man,
Like
there,
low from Testament, like is that's I love that album, especially the fucking drums, man. The sound, the how he plays, I like just
Yep.
it's fucking great, man.
Nat and I, we just saw Between the Buried and Me at the Magic Stick with the Acacia strain.
Oh,
What was
nice.
that?
Oh
What
yeah.
was that, like a year ago? But
Yeah, it was like it was uh BT Bam was doing like colors and colors too, like back to back, like you could pick the show. One was colors
Nice.
too, one was colors, but and then Acacia Strain was doing like they were doing two different albums too, like I forgot what it was, but yeah, that was killer.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah, we
BT
Yeah,
saw.
Bam's always fun live, man. They're like amazing. Just
yeah.
one of them bands that are like, where the fuck did these guys even come from? Like, you know,
Yeah, I just played they just dropped another new song from their upcoming stuff that they're releasing and I think it was playing it this morning. But it's just so crazy like off the off the wall
mm,
like they always have been, so it's not like I'm expecting anything new, but
right, right.
it's
Yeah, they've definitely come a long way though, man. From that
oh
first album
oh yeah.
to like what they're doing now. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, they've
crazy
really grown into their sound, you know.
I,
for
I,
sure.
I really like that new Glass Casket EP too. I hope they keep going.
Dude,
Like,
I forgot that they like fucking got back together and like made some new shit. Like, thank you for that reminder. I have
yeah,
to go check that
yeah.
out
There's
because
like there's two songs off that EP. I'm like, yes,
nice.
let's fucking go. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember being real fucking stoked seeing the announcement that they were like gonna fucking start doing shit again. Because I always thought that fucking the first full length they put out was really good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, who knows? There might be more too. I'm sure you both seen that uh, Dusty is no longer in between the buried and me. So
Yeah,
maybe maybe that'll mean that he's going to pursue more of that then, you know. But I don't
right.
know. He's been sitting out of that band for a while. So
Yeah,
uh, I don't know. He's a killer guitar player. That like you said, they're all great musicians in that band.
yeah, they were fun to tour with too, man. Like watching them every night was a treat.
Yeah, I always
Like,
heard. I remember talking to some guys actually at the time it was DL was in Acacia Strain and they had Seth playing bass which was also
and
he
Water
was
Drowning.
yeah and they were saying like how robotic those guys were, like every night, like no mess ups, no mistakes, just yeah,
Ever, dude.
Wow,
yeah.
Deadwater Drowning. I haven't heard that.
I
That
love that water
dude,
drowning.
Deadwater
Those
Drowning's
guys are
so
so fucking
sick,
sick.
dude. So
I
sick.
still listen to that fucking that EP. That's
Yeah, yeah.
only
Yeah,
shit they ever
The
put out,
the
man.
the best sex I ever had was the 800 number.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I've always been a Nate Johnson fan.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
vocals are killer. He's another dude with like some really good lyrics as well.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like
that that
reading his shit was like, damn, dude, this some of this shit's like really twisted, but like really funny at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
like I was reading some of his lyrics from his past, like Fit for an Autopsy. Like they had this song "Dead in the Dirt," and the lyrics were like dark as fuck, and it's like bury me in the back of the forest, down in the dirt. I'll make my peace. Bury me in the back of the forest. Don't you ever fucking come looking for me. I was like, who comes up with that shit, dude? So,
yeah, that sounds very Nate, dude.
Yeah, I thought that last stuff he did with that band, like The Conqueror, like that song in itself, I feel like could be taken a different way. Like it's almost like he's talking about like the wrath of God versus like the kind, loving God. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty wild.
all right,
It'd be nice to see that guy do
I,
something again, but I don't
might
know.
have add fucking to it. Like I don't think he says fucking. I think he just yeah.
Yeah.
He
Every time
might
I try to
though.
look up Nate,
It definitely wasn't not Nate to swear,
right?
you
Yeah, no.
know.
Yeah, every time I try to look him up to see if like he's doing something new, I always get the what was that festival they used to do at Headliners? It was like a jamboree or something? But he was there and poor guy had drank too much and he was literally like his legs were like locked and he was like
Yeah.
passed out but standing somehow.
Yeah, I saw that video. Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
he'd wake up a little bit, you know?
I think the last time I saw Nate was in like fucking 2016 or something like that at the
Oh,
Diesel fucking concert lounge, whatever the fuck it's called. Um, like Hate Eternal and Misery Index played. That was like one of the last shows I did with Gut Rot too. Like we opened, and he was randomly there.
that's
Like I
wild.
was, yeah, I was talking to somebody and like I felt a fucking tap on my shoulder and I turn around and it's fucking Nate fucking Johnson.
He's
And I
not
was
from
like,
around here, is he?
he's like he was living. I know like for a long time he was living in Toledo because he was in Premonitions of War.
Yeah.
Right.
So he moved there from like New Hampshire, I think, and I don't know if he like ever moved after he quit
Oh,
Premonitions or whatever.
that would make sense
Yeah.
then.
So I'm imagining like he's either like near still. I mean, of course, this was like years ago now, but at the
Right.
time, like he probably was still living in Toledo, I imagine, because that
So
was
it,
only like it's like 40 minutes from here, like from
Yeah, not far at all.
yeah.
yeah.
So I think that would have only been maybe like an hour and a half drive or something like that for him to go to
Yeah.
that show because that place isn't exactly close.
Is that a cool place?
Yeah, actually, it is, man. There's like two venue areas. There's like a smaller stage, which like really it's not that small at all, and then there's like the big main stage area, and then they have like an arcade. It's a bowling alley
Oh,
with like all this fucking all this extra shit in it. The food was pretty
cool.
good too, from what I remember.
Yeah,
But it's just like it's on like I want to say like 23 Mile or something. It's a
yeah.
drive. It's in like Chesterfield or some shit like that.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
buddy's band, well, you know Joe Massengill.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know he used to play there all the time when he was in like Full Strike Frenzy or something. Uh, but yeah, I used to play in a band with Joe. I know you know
Nice.
Joe. And then do you follow their 'cause him and Tiny are doing the Masterpiece Theater? Have you
Yeah,
seen that? Yeah.
yeah. I've been seeing his it's like weekly. It's a weekly thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've been seeing his advertisements weekly with the different bands and shit.
Yeah, I want to have Tiny and Joe on the show. I think at some point we've talked about just because Joe's been around music forever,
Yeah,
and Tiny has been too in his own in a different setting, you know, like from
sure.
rock and roll days actually, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be
maybe in the
a good,
future we'll
good episode.
have those guys on.
Man, you got me so psyched when you said Nate Johnson.
Oh, I know.
I still like I get goosebumps when I think of the first time that I saw him with Premonitions of War. Nat and I we went down to Cass Avenue at Eldon's
Yeah.
and Premonitions opened for the Acacia Strain, and this big tall guy with a flannel comes out. I had no idea he was the guy from Deadwater Drowning, and like, dude, I never heard vocals like that ever, and like. Our jaws were just like dropped. We're like, what the fuck, dude? Like, the guy just sounded like a beast.
Yeah,
I think was that I feel like the Acacia Strain was on that show too. Was that Acacia Strain and BT
Acacia
Bam on
Strain.
that?
Yep. Acacia Strain and Walls of Jericho. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was Full Blown Chaos on that?
No, that was at the Token Lounge going back to like all these shows blend in together.
Yeah. I liked Full Blown Chaos. They were kind of cool.
yeah, those guys are awesome, man. I
Yeah.
still have a couple of their CDs upstairs somewhere, I think. Um, and actually, going back to that fest in Windsor that I played last year with Sworn Enemy, there's a band called Brick by Brick, and
I've
that's
heard of that
like
band.
Ray from Full Blown Chaos, and I think maybe one or two of the other dudes were in Full Blown Chaos as well.
Oh, I
Like
didn't
their
realize
new
that.
band, I think. Yeah,
Oh, that's
they're pretty
cool.
cool.
That's nice to see those guys still doing something.
Yeah, yeah, they were sick, man. Kind of had kind of the same kind of vibes going on, but like maybe a little heavier, I dare say.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. You know, like thinking and talking about like the hardcore thing and saying like it's came back, but I don't know if it's ever left. Maybe I just got away from it and now I'm, you know, finding myself uh digging into it again a little bit. But it's nice to see all these like hearing slam nowadays too. Like I think that's cool. Like how it's not as underground now. You know what I mean? It's kind of on a top tier at the moment, you know. There's so much good music.
Yeah, it's almost like a fucking like a full-time job to like
Oh
stay on
yeah.
top of like all these bands that keep coming out,
Yeah.
you know.
A lot
Um,
of times, man, I just let my like I'll have my Spotify on and I'll be playing shit I like and it'll just start scrolling through, you know, what they think you're gonna like also. And some of
mhm,
it's garbage, but some of it I'm like, this is cool. I find a lot of new bands that way, you know.
yeah, hell yeah.
I was trying to think of like a song from Full Blown Chaos. I was just looking the Apocalypse.
Yeah, that's the only part I could think of.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
what song that is, but
Like they had like the video where the guys like smashing the car windows and shit.
yeah, they were cool. Is there anything mainstream like that you're listening to now that it's not as underground as like your some of your grindcore stuff or like hardcore stuff
Um,
that you're into? I'm gonna say trendy.
um, yeah, probably. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't really know if it would be like mainstream or whatever. I definitely listen to a lot of shit that most people would think that I don't listen to.
Yeah. All
Um,
right.
but like I listen to a lot of electronic music,
Okay.
but like not so much like the generic kind of fucking techno house kind of shit. Like some of that stuff's all right, but you know, it's just like anything else. Like the same shit just kind of gets fucking boring.
Right.
For me, with that kind of stuff, like I tend to gravitate a little more towards the harder side of the electronic genre, uh, breakcore, hardcore, shit like that. Um,
Okay.
Drum and bass, some of that stuff. Jungle's pretty cool. Um, but I like there's like some poppier shit that I like too. Like, do you guys know who Bat for Lashes is?
No.
No.
It's like they're I guess they're kind of indie-ish, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
I like indie.
English band. The 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 woman's voice, her name's escaped me right now. It's so pretty. Like it's like one of them things that like, you know, gives you goosebumps,
Yeah.
like makes
Yeah.
the fucking hairs on your neck stand up and all that shit. Um,
What's the name
there's
again?
Bat for Lashes.
That for
Okay.
lashes.
I'll put
Okay.
that in my shit just so I can check it out.
Yeah,
I like a lot.
I'll go from writing like deathcore to listening to synthwave.
I like
Nice.
I write both like deathcore and like electronic synthwave. Like you don't see it here, but I got keyboards in the back and like I'll do electronic stuff.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
Sean's actually recorded some cool shit on his own.
The,
You should check out. What do you call that, Sean?
it's called Retro Daydream. I only got 3 songs on Spotify right now, but I had this this Grammy Award winning vocalist. It cost some money, but he did it. Like he sent me a demo, and I'm like, okay, I'll pay it. and
He kind of sounds like Bieber.
yeah.
I might not like to hear that, but I thought I heard Bieber in it.
Yeah. He sounds better than Bieber. Yeah.
Right on, man. Yeah. Fucking send me a link or something. I'd love to check it out.
Right on.
Well, dude, I think we've covered most shit here. It's been a good conversation. I'm really glad that you were able to come on the show, dude.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm happy to be a part of it. Like I said, thanks for, you know, having me on.
Yeah, it was kind of our goal, like uh starting this podcast, which I mean we're still in the early stage of it, but to kind of shine light on local talent, even though you have stretched outside of just local talent. So we appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Well, if anyone's still out there, I don't know. You guys have been kind of silent for a little bit, but thanks. Oh, there we go. There's one.
They're like, wait.
We're still here. All right, y'all. Thank you for stopping by and hearing our conversation. And we'll be here again in a couple weeks. Have a great night. Be
Cheers,
safe.
fellas.
Yep.
Bye.
Stay on a second, Zach, after I want to say something to you.
Will do.